In a quiet little village, tucked away from the hustle and bustle of the world, lived a young girl named Lena. She was brave, even though she spent most of her evenings all by herself in the old house that had once belonged to her grandmother. One night, a fierce storm raged outside, pounding rain against the windows. Through the howling wind, Lena heard a faint tapping sound coming from the attic. At first, she brushed it off as just the storm. But the tapping soon became clearer, turning into the distinct sound of footsteps. Her heart began to pound in her chest. With a flickering candle in her hand, Lena cautiously made her way up the creaky wooden stairs. She reached the top and noticed the attic door was slightly ajar, even though she was certain she had shut it earlier that day. Pushing it open, she stepped into the dim, dusty room. The air suddenly grew ice cold, and a shiver ran down her spine. A whisper echoed from right behind her, "You shouldn't be here." Lena spun around, éraillée. Floating just above the floor was the pale, shimmering figure of a young woman in an old-fashioned dress. Her eyes weren't angry, but filled with a deep, profound sadness. "Who are you?" Lena whispered, her voice trembling. The spirit replied softly, "I am Anna. I used to live in this house. I only want someone to hear my story." Lena's fear began to fade, replaced by a strange sense of empathy. Mustering all her courage, she started talking to the ghost. She learned that Anna had passed away tragically many years ago, and the true story of her death had been lost to time. Her soul was trapped, unable to move on, waiting for someone to finally uncover the truth. Lena promised she would help. For the next few days, she dedicated herself to the search. She dug through dusty old documents, faded notes, and forgotten family heirlooms tucked away in chests and drawers. Finally, hidden inside an old book, she found it a letter. This letter proved Anna's innocence and revealed the real, heartbreaking circumstances of her disappearance. With the letter in hand, Lena returned to the attic and began to read it aloud. As her voice filled the silent room, the ghost of Anna appeared once more. "Butistem, she lurs on ice dark," Anna whispered, her voice like a gentle breeze. "Now I can leave." She dissolved into a warm, gentle light and then was gone. From that night on, the old house was quiet. Lena was never again disturbed by strange noises or cold spots, because the spirit that once haunted the halls had finally found peace. All thanks to the courage and kindness of a young girl